Hi, I'm Kelly Young with American Rifleman, and this week's Gun of the Week is a revolver small enough for you to easily carry in your pocket, yet powerful enough to save your life in a pinch, the North American Arms Pug. A mini revolver chambered in .22 Winchester Magnum rimfire, the Pug measures a slight 4.5 inches long and 2 3/4 inches tall, and weighs just 6.5 ounces when empty. This extreme portability makes the Pug a viable concealed carry option in those situations where carrying anything larger simply isn't possible. However, despite its small size, this is a gun of obvious quality. The frame and cylinder are both made from hardened stainless steel, which gives the revolver a surprisingly solid feel in the hand for such a light gun. We also found no lockup or timing issues with the Pug, and it has functioned perfectly through several trips to the range. Now this gun is a single action revolver, which of course means that the hammer needs to be manually pulled back before it will fire. Now this isn't ideal in a self-defense scenario, but it is something that becomes less of a hurdle with practice. The Pug's small size also precludes the use of a trigger guard, so this gun's small spur trigger is exposed. Also, the top of the frame is grooved to help cut down glare, and this particular model's 1-inch barrel has been milled and ported to help counteract muzzle rise. Reloading of the Pug does take some time, so it's probably not something you're going to be able to do on the fly. First off, you push down on the cylinder pin retention lug, and then pull the pin forward off of the frame. This allows the entire 5-shot cylinder to come free of the revolver. And now you use the cylinder pin to push out the spent cases and then reload each chamber. Now just reinsert the cylinder, reinstall the pin, and you're back in business. NRA offers several .22 Magnum chambered revolvers, but the feature that really sets the Pug apart is this model's XS Big Dot sight system, which is far easier to acquire during a defensive situation than the small bead sight of the other guns. This particular Pug has a large white dot on the front sight. However, a version with a small tritium vial in its front sight is available from the company. One aftermarket accessory that we've added to this gun is the VMAG grip laser from Laserlight that replaces the factory grip panels and provides even faster target acquisition, as the laser is activated simply by depressing a small button located in the front of the grip. Now, as far as safety is concerned, there is no transfer bar on the Pug. So it should never be carried with the hammer either at half cock or while the hammer is resting on the rim of a cartridge. Instead, NRA machined safety slots into the rear of the cylinder that allows the hammer to rest safely between two chambers. In order to engage one of these slots, pull the hammer back until the cylinder starts to spin freely, then align the hammer between two chambers and pull the trigger while gently lowering the hammer. It's a procedure that requires a little bit of practice with an unloaded gun, but it shouldn't take too long for you to get the trick. From this safe position, pulling the hammer back to full cock will rotate the next chamber back into alignment with the hammer and make the gun ready to fire. Given its lightweight and small gripping surface, the recoil of the Pug is more than you might expect, but it's not in any way that's painful. It just does its best to jump out of your hand. And given that this is a .22 Magnum fired from a 1-inch barrel, the Pug certainly does bark pretty loudly. So, would the Pug ever be my first choice for a carry gun if there were other options available? No. But are there circumstances where anything larger than a Pug simply isn't practical? Yes. And in those situations, a Pug in the pocket is a far cry better than carrying nothing at all. For more information on the North American Arms Pug, visit NorthAmericanArms.com.